All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I'm Kartik, one of the co-founders of ETH Global, and welcome all of you to the NFT Hack finale. We're about to wrap up the weekend, and a lot has happened in the last 48 hours, and I'll summarize some of it, and I'll apologize for the rest of it. We are running 30 minutes behind, and it's because there were so many projects that came out of it. So I'll go into all of that soon, and we'll also talk about all the amazing projects that came out. So just as a reminder, anybody who's kind of watching this thing for the first time, this is the place we're using to go through all of the live streams and everything we're going to talk about today. So be sure to sign in and say hi. Anybody who signs in will also get a NFT POAP token. And if you have any questions that you want us to answer, we can read off the questions from the chat and answer them on the live stream. So this event is organized by ETH Global. And for those of you who don't know what ETH Global is, we're an organization with a very simple mission. Our goal is to onboard thousands of developers into the Web3 ecosystem. And we do that primarily by running hackathons and summits. And this one is no different. So NFT Hack is our first hackathon of this year, one of over 15 that we're going to be running. And just 2 weeks into this 2022 year, we are already blown away. We had over 800 people participate for this hackathon, and these people came in from 60 different countries spanning 17 different time zones. So the last 2 days were kind of crazy, and we kind of mapped out where everybody was coming in from, and it's just incredible to see so much representation from all continents across the world. And we have a lot of them here live, and I want to say hi to all of you, and I want to thank so many of you for staying up super late to watch some of our amazing teams. Not only just the hackers who are participating, we also had over 56 ecosystem mentors, 7 technical mentors, and 12 partners that we've worked with to run this over the last 2 days. And together, we'll be giving away over $125,000 in prizes. So the thing that blew us away was that out of the 800 people that were participating, 46% of them were new to Ethereum. How do we classify new? New as they were developers in Web2 and they were leaving or interested in learning what's happening in Web3, whether that's on the Solidity side or just NFTs or anything in between. Almost half of them were trying to understand what they can do here, and that to us is incredible. And we're going to see a good representation of that in the demos we're about to show as well. All in all, we had over 255 projects that were submitted. And this is exactly why everything has been a little bit later than expected in terms of us rounding up all of the projects, us going through all of the submissions and judging them live in the period of 3 hours. And this officially marks us as the biggest event we've ever done in terms of outcomes. 255 projects, especially over the span of a weekend, is absolutely insane, and we're extremely happy to not only see that, and we're extremely happy to have so many amazing people that want to just build cool stuff. I want to particularly thank 25 judges that spent all of their morning and the afternoon going through and hearing all these 255 projects live, giving their feedback, seeing these demos, and honestly just walking everybody through what they're doing and giving them advice on how they can improve. So thank you to all of you here for making this possible, and we are ready to get started. So after we went through judging, we picked 15 finalist teams. These are the 15 teams that all of our judges were excited about, and we're going to bring them on now and have them present and demo what they built, so all of you can also equally see and share the excitement of their projects. The way we're going to structure this is that we're going to invite all these teams and we're going to present back to back. And then we'll just kind of finish off with talking about who won all the prizes. And there won't be any Q&A specifically for the teams from judges. So in no particular order, I'd like to congratulate MultiContract Battle Royale, Xerox Photos, DoNFT, Creativeverse, Yoink Club, Metaverse Advertisement DAO, Graffiti Mint, Charisma, and Ftopia, Duomint, Instant Blockchain, Domain Search, NFT Pay, Spyglass, Cropsin, and ZooStyle. These are all our 15 finalists, and we'll bring them on to demo in a minute. And before we sort of jump into our first demo, I want to quickly thank the 230 projects that still made an amazing kind of demo and still presented and finished and really worked on over the weekend and spent countless hours getting something done. Just because you were not one of these 15 teams does not mean you were not good enough or we didn't like something in particular. We just wanted to highlight 15 really cool projects that our judges were also excited about, and we're bringing them on here today. But we really encourage all of you to continue working, asking for more help, whether it's through our mentors or if you need more resources, whether it's technical or any other advice, or you need to connect with somebody that you interacted with over the course of the weekend, please continue building. And on top of that, I just want to really point out that you did incredible work in just 2 days. And I really hope that you put more than 2 days on it from here on. You should really improve everything and continue adding more features to what you did and really see what you can accomplish as you continue building even more. So congratulations to all of you. And for those of you who are interested in finding out about all the projects, you can head over to showcase.eatglobal.com and see all 255 of these projects and see everything that came out of this. So let's go jump into all of our demos. So I'm going to call these projects and they'll come on and demo. So first up, we have MultiContract Battle Royale. And without further ado, let's welcome Mike.
Hi, how's it going? So I'm going to present my MultiContract Battle Royale. Let me launch this up. Okay, so the way this works is it's a 100% on-chain Battle Royale queuing system, analytics, and entry. And really, like, the main focus here was to pull in multiple projects. So whether you have any project on Polygon with your own ERC 721 compliant token, you can be pulled into this. It's just you put it into the back end of the contract. And you can see I have these are actually my NFTs, Matic Mike and the Evo Club Lords. They're both on-chain projects. But what I did to demo this is integrate Polyfarm, which is also another on-chain project on Polygon. And that it actually is live now. I launched it today. So it's, I'm having an issue here. It's been going off a lot today. So I'm just going to go into, it looks like I'm having an issue with actually submitting, but we'll just go and watch an old Royale that happened like 30 minutes ago. It takes a minute to queue, but when anybody enters the queue, they get their own seed via Chainlink. And then the last entry actually modifies that seed. And there's music with this, but I'm not, it's too loud. So actually modifies the seed, and then their roles are all done in the last call. So everybody's completely secure and random in their role. And the entry fee is custom ERC20s. You can have up to 2 of them. So we have eggs, which is the ERC20 token associated with Polyfarm, and HGH, which is the ERC20 token associated with Matic Mike. And the winner is paid out in eggs, and the HGH ERC20 token is actually burned off, and that's to like kind of increase your chances a little bit to win. So 70% of the pot goes to first place, 20% goes to second, and 10% goes to third, and it automatically pays them out to their addresses. This guy has been entering a lot of them, so he keeps winning. And then this person won third place, and you can see like their stats. So they've entered 3 already with this, and they've placed once, so they have like a 33% chance. This guy has placed first place twice, which is crazy. And then this person has placed third place once. And that's kind of the way it goes. Once the queue fills up, it resets back to 0, and the next queue just begins. And if an hour passes without it filling up, it'll lower down to 15, or however many people are in there if it's over 15. And that's basically it. Any contract that wants to get pulled in can be pulled in, because if it doesn't have like a power level trait, it will just assign a random power level between like 400 to 453. So that's all. Thanks for watching.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's a really cool, yeah, just like the graphics of the whole Royale. So this is awesome. Next up, we have Xerox Photos. So I'll have Johnny and team dig right in. Welcome.
Awesome. Thanks for having us. Ian is going to share his screen out and we can get started. Okay, great. Xerox Photos, we're a stock photography marketplace that puts creators first and pays royalties out every second. So the team was made up of four of us, half Canadian, half American. Ian on front end, pass and score on the contracts, myself on product and some marketing strategy, and Jonathan on design. So the problem we're trying to solve is that there's a $3.5 billion US stock photography market dominated by large incumbents who keep 85% of the earned royalties on images. So that means that anyone who's licensing out their current photography to these stock photo marketplaces, they're only getting paid 15 to 20% of what the sale price is. So we think creatives deserve to keep much more of the value that they create. And this sounds like a perfect challenge for Web3. So what we built is a two-sided marketplace where the photographer mints their, let's say it's a photography asset, that becomes an NFT that opens up a stream to accept payments. Media buyers are able to browse photos. They are able to purchase a license that also gets minted as an NFT that then can direct funds back to the original asset NFT that the photographer had set up. And then some work has been put in around the dashboard of pulling in the statistics and licensing information so that people can see where the money is flowing. And what we're really excited about is that we see Xerox Photo NFTs as not just a photo or not just a token, but it's actually a quantifiable revenue stream. So the ability to have an inbound stream of funds to be able to go back on an NFT asset and say this has generated X amount of dollars in the last 12 months and has a future cash flow projection of X dollars going into the future. We think that the NFT is the right technology to use in order to maximize the value of that to creators, whether they want to put that into future DeFi protocols, trade the master asset for immediate value today. It just opens up the opportunity for creatives to be compensated over a longer period of time at a higher rate than what they are today. With that, I'll pass it over to Ian for the demo.
So it looks like the audio is not coming through. You want to just share one more time?
Thank you. So hi, I'm Ian. I'm going to run you through what we built this weekend. So a photographer would come to our website and connect using their wallet. And once they're logged in, they can upload an NFT as an asset. So they select the image that looks good. That one looks great. Type in some standard marketplace 721 metadata so that it can be published in a marketplace. Put on a photo credit, which is one of our own metadata fields, and then select rights managed or royalty free, and then they mint their asset. And at this point, what we're doing is uploading JSON to IPFS. We're minting the asset to our contract. We're opening up a superfluid income stream so that they can receive funds for this, and we're publishing it to our marketplace. So this takes a few moments, but let me show you what the marketplace looks like. So a media buyer would come to our marketplace and find the right image that works for them. This one looks good. They have the option to either stream or pay at one time. So streaming is basically broken down. It's going to be a little bit more, but spent over time, they can basically essentially rent the NFT. So they purchase the license, which at this point, it's going to mint the license NFT and open up a revenue stream directly back to the NFT owner. So whoever owns the NFT is actually the owner of the inbound stream. So as that NFT moves around, so do those income streams. Now, at this point, as you can see, I was the buyer. So my balance is basically decreasing. We're hoping to move that functionality into our dashboard, but you can see that the license NFT was published to Polygon. So that's our product. So Moving forward, here's some of the technology that we used this weekend. We used Morales, IPFS, Polygon underneath. We were really happy working with Superfluid. It opened up the income stream capability that we had, and we used Covalent for all our NFT indexing. And how we're looking at the future, basically after this weekend, we'd really like to kind of tie down a bunch of loose ends on some bugs and get it ready for production. We like to consider what it would look like to open it up to both video and font assets, basically anything that's currently licensed online. And we'd like to start onboarding contributor talent. In phase 3 later this year, we're thinking about building live event support, so someone on the ground can record and publish a stream that can be picked up by local media news outlets, creator profiles, collections, advanced royalties and licensing, and community engagement on phase 4, along with improved on and off ramps for fiat. And finally, we definitely see this product as a DAO structure, because we want the community to let us know what we should be working on. So it's currently live on the Polygon Mumbai testnet, and you can go to xeroxphotos.com or see the source code at en/xeroxphotos. Thanks.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I think I'll relay the same comments from the chat, which is, how is this a 48-hour project? This is impressive. so congrats. And yeah, I hope that you finish all 4 of those stages and get this out in the hands of everybody else. Sweet. All right. So next up, we have DoNFT. We'll move into our 3rd demo. So welcome, and feel free to present whenever you're ready.
Yeah, thank you for my name is Arseny. I'm from DoNFT project. I also have 2 more team members, is Daria and Natalia. And let's start from the demo. We built protocol for bundling and unbundling few NFTs in one pack. It allows us to transfer a full pack of NFT like in one NFT and reduce cost of one transaction. And also we create some infrastructure for data scientists, which allows create ML model, which allows to generate new content based on your NFTs. For example, we make a copy of one the monkey, and we can apply effects. For example, we prepare 2 neural networks and few effects on these networks. Let's add some style of one of the artists, a famous artist. Let's check what we'll have. So you see the results of work of neural net machine learning engine, and we packed it. So don't worry, you are not lose your original NFT. It's just wrap it inside pack with a modification NFT, and you can freely unbound it if you want to take original one. Also, we can show you how you can add motion on your static picture. For example, we take one famous guy and add some emotion from Jim Carrey, for example, and let's see what we will have as a result. The ML model add results every time not the same, so it allows to create infinity NFTs from the 2 original NFTs. And also our protocols allows you to create some kind of combination of inside calling of the methods, and can be interesting for example, game deving for NFT. We deployed our contracts on Polygon testnet, Harmony testnet, and Ethereum testnet. We take information about NFTs from Rarible protocol and OpenSea. And we have a few steps, and my colleagues Daria, who is data scientist in our team, can introduce. Could you please, Daria?
Yeah, hello, thank you for having us. Well, actually, we got our idea because we were thinking about NFTs and the problem that the collections and collectibles that already exist, they have this problem of life cycle, because when one collection is introduced, the tension and kind of like interest for that collection is reducing during the time. And we have been thinking, what can we do to increase this kind of attention and interest to these collections that already exist? And we also been thinking about data science as well, because I'm a data scientist, yeah. And we combine these two ideas. So we created a kind of a marketplace where data scientists or any other kind of programmers who can work with different type of data can bring their own models, their own algorithm, and earn some money from that. And we can bring new life to the collectibles that already exist. So that's pretty much the idea. And also our protocol allows to bundle several NFTs without applying any kind of effects to them. And this can be economically sufficient because you can sell and transfer a set of NFTs, for example, a collection of NFTs from one user to another, and pay only for one transaction, like you're selling just one NFT, not 100, for example, right? And that's can be also useful for some people. Yeah, and that's pretty much our idea. We have been working on this project not for very long, just for a couple of months. And these two models, they've been created for 2 days during the hackathon. And I'm not a computer vision data scientist. I usually work with text data. So yeah, the models aren't perfect, but people who actually work with the images, they can create really cool effects for the NFTs. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you for your attention for our project. Follow us on the Twitter, do NFT.io. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And yeah, this was a really fun demo. Cool. Next up, we have Creativeverse. So whenever you're ready, feel free to present.
So this is the Creativeverse. It is Minecraft built on top of Ethereum. All right, there's been a few different iterations of it that I've seen that other people have shown me, but this one I think is pretty unique, and I'm going to show you why. So this is what's called a plot world. You can own different plots of lands, and each plot of land, the way you own it is through an NFT. The way you first acquire some land is that you have to claim it using /save. It will give you a link. You can go ahead and open the link. It will open MetaMask. And you can click confirm. Once that processes, I will skip ahead. There we go. It's processed, and now I own the plot. Now I already own another plot in here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and now link my account. This is linking my Minecraft account with my Ethereum. This is going to open MetaMask again to sign a message. And I'm going to copy and paste this. There we go, and just like that, I now own this plot and this plot, which I claimed earlier when I was testing it earlier. So I now own both these plots. Now what makes this really unique is that it not only just saves what plots you own, but it also saves the data, all the block data and all the edits you make. So if I build something cool, let's say I build a smiley face. Cool, we have a smiley face. Let's say I've made my magnificent building. I want to save it now completely to the blockchain. All I have to do is type /save again. Go to the link. Confirm. There we go, it's done. All right, so from there, if for whatever reason I make changes, or maybe the server gets reset, whatever, doesn't matter. If something happens to it, I can always sync it back up to the version that's stored on the chain by typing /sync, and it will reset to the version of whatever you last saved on the blockchain. All right, so that was just a quick video demo. Hopefully you guys could hear the audio. I'm pretty sure you guys could. So that's a quick video demo of my Creativeverse project. So everything is saved on IPFS. And and that hash is saved inside of an NFT, so you can actually own the plots. And because of that, it's essentially a decentralized Minecraft server, because anyone can run the server on their own. I don't have to be the one that runs the server. If I all of a sudden disappear off the earth, someone else can spin up a server and you can keep working on your plot. And just to prove that, this plot is something I worked on a little bit ago. I'm going to go ahead and sync up this plot to what I worked on a little bit ago. And there we go. It's synced up. This is what was stored on chain. And this is something that I did about a day ago or so. And then I reset the world and it's still there. I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Last thing is that I did just make a Twitter account for this. So if you do want to keep up with this project, I do want to continue this project, go ahead and follow it. And yeah, that is all.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. I'll do one quick question that we got from the audience. It was like a repeating theme. How do you verify, or how do you differentiate which plot you own? I'll just see if you can do that one quick question there.
How do you differentiate which plot you can own multiple plots? So,
cool. Hopefully that answers your question there.
So each plot is its own separate NFT with its own token ID. So if that answers the question.
I hope so.
Reach out to me on Twitter if you still have questions. Hopefully that answered it though.
Sounds great. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Tom, and Tom's going to present Yoink Club. Whenever you're ready.
Cool, thank you. Because my presentation takes a little bit of setup time, I'm just going to play the prepared video just to make sure it runs slightly smoothly.
No worries.
Hi there, I'm Tom Wade from the UK, and for NFTHack 2022, I created Yoink Club. One of my favourite NFT projects recently is the Rare Bunny Club, and like a number of recent PFP projects, they've introduced a utility token to engage with their community that is generated from their existing NFTs with a daily yield. Unfortunately, a lot of these tokens get locked up in secondary markets and liquidity pools until the NFTs are taken out of them. Yoink Club acts as a gated DApp that allows for these tokens to be extracted or yoinked at a minimal cost. So how does this work? Well, we buy a set of the NFTs from a secondary market, we then yoink the utility tokens from them. The purchased NFTs are then swapped in the NFTX liquidity pool. These new NFTs are then yoinked, and we then instantly sell the NFT tokens back onto the NFTX. So the pros of this is that without factoring in gas, we can actually make a profit in the purchase and sale. We sweep the floor of the NFT project, increasing the community price. We generate revenue for people selling on secondary markets. We unlock utility to be used in the NFT ecosystem that would otherwise be lost. And through NFTX, we get an instant sale price that is known. And we also generate fee revenue for those that are supplying the NFT on NFTX. The cons of this though is that high gas fees can greatly impact margins, and the risk of a failed transaction either at the start or halfway through the process can really cause a loss. So if the user doesn't hold a Yoink Club token, they won't be able to access the DApp. This NFT token holds all the information that will vary one integration with the next. We get simple display text like bunnies and carrots, but we also get vital contract addresses that power the whole flow, such as the OpenSea contract, the NFT staking contracts, and the NFTX contracts that we need to use. When we connect with the NFT in our wallet, we get the 10 cheapest tokens live from OpenSea that are available to buy now, as well as their corresponding utility tokens. We can generate a snapshot of process costs as well as the current NFTX resale value and potential utility yield. That's right, if it wasn't for gas, we'd be making a profit. So this next flow should hopefully be quite explanatory from the display, and I've sped up a lot of the waiting time between triggering and confirming transactions. So we can see here that I'm yoinking the first batch of carrots. And that's been successful with just over 4,000 carrots acquired. The tokens are then swapped on NFTX. Now that the NFTX swap has been successful, I can then take the second batch of carrots from these recently swapped tokens. And that's got us an additional set of carrots that have been acquired. And the bunnies are then instantly sold on NFTX. We can see now, going back to the NFTX vault, that the tokens 730 to 739 are now present as we've swapped them out. And on Etherscan, we can see a list of all the transactions that went through to make this a reality. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation, and I look forward to any questions anyone may have.
Thanks, Tom. There's a lot that happened in there, but thanks for walking us through the whole thing in a concise video, and so we could just bypass all the transaction times too. This is
No, it was a bit of a confirming simulator on MetaMask there, but no, hopefully it got the point across.
It definitely did. This is awesome. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. And we are going to start with the next demo. So next up, we have Metaverse Advertisement DAO. And whenever you're ready, feel free to get started.
Hello, this is Metaverse Advertisement DAO. I just played them. Metaverse Advertisement DAO. The rapid rise in both the quantity and price of Metaverse digital NFT land has taken the cryptocurrency space by storm and been a big part of the total NFT sales. Investors trade and rent out their land to gain profit. Real active users in the Metaverse are building experiences such as NFT galleries, gaming experiences, and digital events as means of socializing. MAD considers it as an opportunity to facilitate business and monetization method inside Metaverse by maximizing utilization of community-owned virtual estates, advertising, and sharing profit with landowners and builders. Landowners can come and delegate their unused land to us while still retaining their ownership to the land parcels. Builders in MAD and builders in the community are all welcome to go and build gallery spaces on this land with advertising image placeholders as borders. As we gather more land, outside businesses can bid the advertisement right of all the land parcels as a bundle and display the content on all the land parcels to gain traction. MAD shares the profit with the landowners and the builders to incentivize and encourage more users to participate. For the hackathon, our team created this delegation platform for landowners of both Decentraland and CryptoVoxels to come and delegate their land to us with no manual effort. Decentraland and CryptoVoxels have this feature called set operators or collaborators to allow landowners to have builders on the land while retaining their ownership to the land. That is why users can delegate land to us while still having ownership of the land, but we can build advertisement on it and thus fully utilize the space. Now you can see when I click sign in and connect to my MetaMask account, it displays all my parcels in Decentraland. What we did is that we called a smart contract function to see all the parcels owned by the user's address. And then we run the graph queries to get all the parcel information in Decentraland. And when I click lease, it would trigger a smart contract function called set update operator. And I click confirm and refresh the page. Now you can see this parcel is already delegated to us. And you can cancel anytime if you don't want to delegate anymore. However, the longer period of time you delegate your land to us, more profit will be available for you to claim. For CryptoVoxels, they don't have a smart contract method that we can use. So what we did is that we provide a MAD contributor address there, and the user can click and copy to the clipboard and go to the parcel page to set the contributor. These are the implementations we finished for this hackathon, but we are definitely not going to stop here. As we gain more lands from our landowners, our builders are actively building on those land for both advertisement and community engagement. And in the future, we are going to have our advertisement auction page ready for the community. If you're interested in our project, you can follow us on Twitter and join the Discord. Thank you for watching. This is our Twitter if you're interested to follow up.
Amazing. That's a lot of interesting stuff. This is really cool.
Thank you.
It's a unique way of kind of doing this thing too. Of course, we're seeing a lot of these get bigger and bigger on the land space, and it's just super cool. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All right, so our next demo is Graffiti Mint. So whenever you're ready, feel free to get started.
Sorry, I was muted. Hi, we are Graffiti Mint. We built a tab for help graffiti artists to publicize and monetize their works as NFTs. So in this hackathon, we built an NFT marketplace for graffiti events at city parks. The marketplace grants season pass for exclusive content. So we're gonna go straight to the demo. This was an actual event here in Querétaro City for a graffiti event. So we used all the artwork from this event to our prototype. So here is our app, and well, here it displays the graffitis that I already have. But if you want to buy a graffiti, you need first to access the season pass. So we use Unlock to set a paywall for the season pass. And in this case, I already have the season pass, and I'm able to mint an NFT. So this build is set on drink and buy. So once the mint is setting, the third is ready. Here is the new NFT. So in this way, we help to digitize and mint artwork for street artists. And we are planning. We build it here with a scaffold NFT marketplace and the Polygon Academy guidance to build this app. Also, we deployed on Polygon chain, but we use Piñata to pin the IPFS, to pin the images to the IPFS, and we use Unlock protocol for the season pass. For the future work, we're gonna integrate this to the CITES protocol.it. Check out our Twitter for the season pass announcement. These in specific, these activities for artwork, for street artwork, will be related to the artist DAO role. And we gonna use Graffiti Mint for in real life events here in Querétaro during 2022. So that's all, and thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Next up, we have Charisma. Feel free to demo whenever you're ready.
Hey everyone, yeah, we'll be showing our demo video for our presentation. Thank you.
We'll be presenting. So hi everyone, this is Charisma. Grateful to be here. I'll be showing you our presentation. So sharing.
Tool that analyzes your personality through your NFT holdings and on-chain activity. Now you can also mint your NFT as a personality, and then you can use the NFT to find new friends. What does your wallet say about you? But before that, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Joyce Lai, and along with my teammates Tui Nguyen, Alexis Wood, David Brandt, and Alex Tugos, we've created something that I think you'll really love. You may be familiar with the Myers-Briggs 16 personality types, which is derived from 8 different personality traits. Now we have done the same for your wallet. Introducing the Wallet Personality Indicator. Are you diamond hands? Do you only support blue chip projects? Have you actually outperformed E by flipping your JPEGs? Well, we have determined 8 different traits that will create 16 different personality types for your wallets. Combining these traits with the algorithms that we have created as a community will let you know what your wallet personality is. Now, our algorithms are community created. We sat down together as a team, discussed what is relevant and where the line should be drawn in order to make these determinations. For example, if you have more in transactions than out transactions, then we know that you're probably holding your NFTs, and so you will get the D Diamond Hands attribute. We use data that was pulled from OpenSea API and also analyzed activity within the wallet. Charisma is simple. You enter your wallet information, you receive your personality result, you mint your personality NFT, and then later you can use this NFT to access Discord channels to find people that are similar to you. And here is a demo of the technology.
The front end of our application sends a valid Ethereum address to our API and then displays the result of the analysis for you to mint as an NFT if you happen to be the owner. For example, should we analyze Koopa Troopa's wallet? Without logging into MetaMask, the application works just fine. So here we see Koopa Troopa's results, which you can decipher here and go more in depth into how we calculate in this menu. Now, should we log into MetaMask, and supposing we actually analyzed our own address, we'll be able to mint this as an NFT where the verification still isn't in place, but that's to do, and have a record of this, of what our wallet was at this moment in time.
Now, Charisma is just the first use case. At its core, we have a transparent, adaptable, and community-governed reputation and identity system that is backed by verifiable identity data from the blockchain. So your media consumption will be a part of your identity and your reputation. What we're creating is transportable identity, where you can separate the identity and reputation pieces from the media object so that the users can take their identity with them wherever they go, fulfilling the promise of decentralization. So what does your wallet say about you? Come find out with Charisma. Thanks so much for the opportunity to participate.
Thank you so much for listening.
Awesome. That's a really cool idea. I'm just looking at all the chat comments, and people are excited to see what their profile says about them. So this is really cool. I hope this gets even better over time, and can't wait to see all the people I know and what their personalities are. Amazing. Congrats. And with that, we are ready to move on to our next demo. So next up, we have Ftopia.
Hello. Let me start sharing my screen. Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, community. Thanks for the wait. And we are team Ftopia. We are a team of 5, and we are proudly representing the NFT marketplace that all of you have waited for so long. And sorry, OpenSea. So the idea of this marketplace, reason we're doing it in this hackathon is because we are seeing the NFT marketplace has a relatively high bar for people to join, especially people outside from Web3. They don't have knowledge of Web3, don't have knowledge of NFT, or they just simply lack the initial money for them to invest in those big NFTs like Bored Ape or CryptoPunk. So that's why we built this NFT marketplace. So the difference with this marketplace is it's powered by DAO and also AI for helping people make better decisions and to help people get involved in the whole NFT ecosystem. So let's take a quick look. Just like any marketplace, we have the NFT collections. And one special collection that we would like to mention is this Ftopia membership. So if we take a look inside this Ftopia membership is an ERC 721 token, which is the governance token of our DAO, which means anyone get a hold of this token has the power to participate in our DAO. So with that being said, if we take a look at my personal account page, you can see I got a bunch of those tokens. So I definitely have the power to participate in the DAO. But what you can do with the DAO? So this is a concept that we are introducing called review to earn. So if you click this button, you can see these are the pending proposals that are waiting for review. Each proposal maps to a collection that's added to our marketplace. So if we take a look at one of those, this is one of the test collections that we're using in Mumbai. So once you submit a proposal, we also deploy a neural network-based AI engine in SageMaker. So this AI engine will grab all the photos and extract all the image features from this collection and use it to calculate a novelty score comparing to all of our well-known NFT collections, and also trying to tag this particular collection. You can see similar collections that's associated with this tag. Because the time is limited, so you can see the AI is not doing so well at this point. It's linking a couple kind of irrelevant stuff, but we are getting there. And one thing that's really powerful is if you are the owner of our membership card, you can actually comment this and make a rating of this particular proposal. So once you submit, you can actually go back to this test image, which is the one that I just voted. And it's currently still ongoing, so the community rating didn't show up here. But you can actually see your review here as part of this collection. So it's providing this Yelp-like enriched reviewing system to just help people get better understanding of what this NFT does, and just to get better understanding of how people feeling about this NFT. And we mentioned review to earn, but I haven't get to the earn part. So once you participated in this kind of rating and reviewing system, you can claim your reward. So this is a placeholder that we didn't have a chance to get to it yet. So everything here is hard-coded, but you got the idea. So depending on how many proposals that you participated in and what's your rating related to the final rate result, you will get weekly rewards through our trading pool. Yeah, so that is the Ftopia. And we're definitely not going to stop in this hackathon. We try to roll out this prototype so that we can lead the evolution in the NFT marketplace, and especially to lower the bar of NFT ecosystem and help more people to get involved. And we also just applied a Twitter account here called Ftopia _market. So if you are interested to see what's the next up, what's coming next, feel free to stay tuned with us. Thank you so much for having us, and hope you're enjoying our demo.
Definitely, that was awesome. Thanks for doing that live. And next up, we have Duoment. So whenever you're ready, we can get started with the presentation.
Okay, I'll share my screen. Okay, so you should, no.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, let's go.
You want to just play on that? Cool. Hi, everybody. Our team is called Duoment, and we're going to get started in a second. So I want to first start by just kind of quickly introducing the team. We have Hunter, who's one of our full stack developers. Enrico on the call with me is a smart contract developer. Anwar was another full stack developer, and myself, I'm Nahil. I'm a product designer and art director. So we're going to take you through the concept, then a quick demo, and then talk a little bit about our future plans. So let's start with the concept, right? We wanted to solve a problem, and the problem was that we want to help onboard people to Web3 by getting them to own and use their very first NFT. And the type of people we're targeting is people who have heard about the space, but there's just been too much friction for them to have dived into it quite yet. And the friction is very real, right? So currently, just to own Ethereum, to be able to buy an NFT, you need to go through an exchange with these massive sign-up flows, enter in your government ID, all these kinds of things. And once you actually do get to the end of a transaction, you're met with these massive gas fees, right? So again, another moment to potentially drop off, or so our solution is basically to create a frictionless experience where, for someone who's a newcomer to the space, they can mint an NFT for completely free, not even any gas fees. But to make this technically possible on the blockchain, we do need someone to pay for the gas fees. So what we created is this two-sided marketplace where newcomers can mint their NFTs for free, but then seasoned Web3 users can donate that gas fee that they'll use. And as a reward, they'll mint an NFT themselves that basically marks their contribution to helping onboard people to Web3 in this very critical time. So let's look at a quick demo of that.
Yeah. So basically here you can see our landing page. As you can see, is divided in two sections. One for the Voyager, who would be the newcomer, and one for the pilot, who will be like the seasoned Web3 user. So let's start with the Voyager. So first of all, they should connect with their MetaMask wallet. As they are a new user, they should have no assets in their wallet. And once they are connected, they're gonna need to verify with Twitter, because we don't want like bots and spammers just to start asking for NFT for free. So basically, they will need to send a tweet, and then they're gonna need to copy and paste the tweet link, and then our backend is gonna verify it. Basically, the user will be put in a queue waiting for the NFT to get minted for free. And here we are, the NFT gets minted. Here is the Voyager pass, which is basically gonna resemble a kind of a flight ticket. So this is a metaphor that like the Voyager is brought into a flight to Web3. And that's not all. Then the new user is gonna be guided through free, cool experience to really understand what Web3 is and what's the magic, like what's actually an NFT means. So first of all, NFT means ownership. NFT certifies ownership of a digital asset, and then everyone can see it. So basically, the user will first of all check their NFT on OpenSea, and they are going to be able to display it. The second thing is portability. So as we all know, the one cool thing about NFT is that it can be brought into any Web3 apps that is compatible with the ERC-721 standard. And a very cool app, in our opinion, is Spatial, which is a Metaverse art gallery. And so here the user will be brought into Spatial and will be able to connect their wallet and display their new minted NFT in an art gallery. Unfortunately, right now it's not supporting on Rinkeby, so we couldn't actually demo it, but it's kind of something that we're going to implement. And the last thing is access. So NFT can be used to create exclusive and gated experience, and we chose to create a gated exclusive Discord server. So basically, the user will be prompted to this Discord server. And let me do it again. Okay, yeah, I think the bot decided not to work, but that's fine. And then let's go back to our landing page. So, and let's go to the pilot flow. So the pilot, as NJ said, is supposedly to be like a seasoned Web3 user who's interested in growing the ecosystem and basically create a better ecosystem for everyone. So what happens? Oh, let me just disconnect from this wallet. Okay, let's say this is the pilot who has some heat, some asset in their wallet. Then, of course, I need to connect. So then the pilot can decide how many passengers to onboard. And basically, this is gonna call what we call the Duomint function, which basically is gonna mint an NFT for the pilot, and then some NFTs for the passengers that are currently waiting in the queue. So that's it. As you can see, there are two different styles. This one, the coolest one is the one for the pilot. The one that you saw before was the NFT for the passenger. And now I leave it to NJ to do the final thoughts and the future plans of Duomint. And let me go back to the presentation.
Cool. So what would we do if we had a little bit more time, right? We think that there's a really great opportunity to increase value for the pilots, aka the donors that are providing this experience. And so we thought something that could be sequentially released is something like this experience called Duomit Wrapped, for example, right? Where at the end of every year, we kind of show the highlights from all the wallets that you've onboarded. So what are some themes we can pull out from that data, which we already have from the blockchain that we can get, right? So doing this basically helps close the loop with donors. It helps them feel good about the contribution they've made to the space and gives them a much more of like a personal connection to that contribution. For example, maybe like a couple of the wallets they onboarded got some really rare and interesting NFTs, or maybe started their own collection. Maybe one person became like a millionaire off of buying some random coin. Knowing some of that is kind of like an interesting fact, and it becomes a moment where they themselves might be like, oh, you know what, I'm going to donate more, or maybe I'm going to share this on social media and then incentivize other people in the space to also become a donor. So I think that'll be a great way to kind of like close out that loop. But yeah, thanks again. Hunter was on our team, Enrico's with me, Anwar, and my name's Nahil. Thanks for having us.
Amazing. That was really cool. I'm getting a lot of comments on how creative this idea is and how easy you're making for others to kind of get into this space. So this is really amazing. And a couple of people on the chat and myself would like to know how you created those nice animations for those cards, because I want to figure out how to do that later. So let us know how that happens on the chat so everybody can find out. This is great. Cool. So I have two quick announcements here or comments here. So the first one is we have about 5 more demos to go, and we'll go into all the prizes. And the second quick comment is that we actually had about 16 teams that we were going to bring on, but we couldn't reach one of them in time, but they did end up responding to us about 10 minutes ago. So we're going to have the 16th team also come on at the very end. So we got 6 more projects to go, and then we're going to get to prizes. So without further ado, let's welcome Instant Blockchain Domain Search. So whenever you're ready.
Yes, hello everyone. Yeah, that's me. Let me share the screen. Yeah, so well, my tool is it's called Instant Blockchain Domain Search, and as the name suggests, it's like a quick search for domain availability on multiple blockchain name providers like ENS, Unstoppable, and then near is basically the account name, and it also searches .com, .xyz.io and see if the Twitter username is available. So let me quickly type in my name, and yes, you can see .eth and .near is taken. Yeah, both my name, and then .com and Twitter is also good. But all these are available. So if I click one of them, it will open the Unstoppable domain, and I can buy from here if I want. And similarly, it works for like .com, you go to already. Yes, and according yes, and another example where it's take the same one name is taken in multiple registries is this one. So that's most of it. And another feature is if I search for this home, for example, so home.it is already taken, but it's shown in yellow because this is available for sale by its current owner. You can see the price currently by price. It's pretty huge. It's like 17208. So if I click this one, you will be taken to the OpenSea page where you can make an offer or buy now. Yes, I think that's it. That's it. It's a very simple tool, and I don't want to take more time. Yeah, if you
No, this
can
is
reach
great.
me
Not
on
only is
Twitter
this
if there
simple.
is any questions or feedbacks.
Yeah, no, people are asking for how do they use it. So I just sent them the link. The most obvious and amazing thing is it's live, right?
Yes, so I'm going to find a proper name for this application. Unfortunately, 2 days is not enough to find a name, and I'll get a name and then I'll deploy it properly. But for the time being, it's deployed in Netlify. So hopefully you can check it out.
domain.netlify.app, and there's some
Yeah.
irony in that one. But thank you so much, and yeah, hope that everybody checks this out. Cool. Thank you so much. Next up, we have NFT Pay. Chris, whenever you're ready.
Yes, hello everybody. Let me share my screen real quick. All right. So I don't know how many of you have ever tried to issue an invoice or have worked in business-to-business sales, but you probably have tried to collect a payment or collect a signature through using something like PandaDoc or Stripe or some other payment provider like PayPal. And really the volume of electronic invoicing has gone way up in the last 10 years. If you look at this document I found, may not be the most, you know, I haven't validated the source, but in some sense, this volume of transactions has only gone up in recent years, and COVID has accelerated the need for e-mortgages or invoices. So NFT, the concept of NFT Pay is very simple. Anybody can come here and create an invoice. So let's say I was a SaaS business and I wanted to invoice some customer that wanted to do business with me. I could just say SaaS agreement for one year, one-time payment. Thanks. And there's a typo there. Maybe that's legitimate, so you know what's happening in real time. I can copy a payment address. So the beauty of this is that this could be any address, and I don't necessarily need to connect my MetaMask in order to use this product. When I create an invoice, there's a couple steps that happen behind the scenes. The first thing is that the metadata for that invoice is stored on IPFS, and this is immutable. So the information about where that payment should go, what the payment is about, and when it was created is all saved and unchangeable after it's uploaded. The more important thing might be the payment URL. So when you create an invoice, you get a new payment URL that pulls in the data from that invoice I just made, and I would share this with the customer. And when the customer is comfortable, they can come in and pay with their wallet, pay with their credit card. There is an additional option here for continuous payments if it was like a recurring payment, but really it's whatever the customer is most comfortable with. They can use the mechanism that they want. If I pay with my wallet, we use Unlock protocol. I can go ahead and walk through this process. I can use the same address. And so when this checkout process is actually completed, it's going to generate 2 receipts represented as NFTs as well. So we forever have a receipt on the blockchain. It's not like, you know, I'm stamping a receipt on a spike if you've been to a restaurant, or I have a file cabinet full of receipts. It's instead stored on a ledger that can be forever viewed. Thanks for doing business, or, you know, you could say like excited to do business. Save and continue, you get prompted to do that MetaMask transaction. The other approach is credit card. A lot of businesses may not have crypto accounts, but they want to be able to still use NFT Pay to settle on USDC. And I have some example information thrown in here, but exactly the same process works. So typically the buyer's address would be different than the seller's address. So this is the destination address I'm going to. Here's the address that I want that NFT receipt to be delivered. I click OK. A few things happen behind the scenes. The payment gets withdrawn from the credit card. When that settles, hopefully this settles. Yes. So there's 2 NFTs that get generated after the end of that process. This is using NFT port. We have the buyer, and there's the NFT receipt, and it has very similar metadata to what I showed on the invoice. And then the other transaction for the issuer is also generated and saved on RinkBA, and I could go ahead and open those up. But that is more or less the transaction. Last thing I want to show is the history tab. So as you know, if you had an invoice account and you are creating a whole bunch of invoices for people, as that money is coming in, you might want to see all the transactions that you have on your account. With this, rather than looking on Etherscan, you can simply pull the transactions for whatever chain you're using, click one of these, and go ahead and open that NFT or whatever transaction that's on that particular address. There's a lot here. Hopefully you're using a fresh address for the invoices, but that is pretty much the core functionality. That is pretty much NFT app. I have a YouTube video as well, but thanks for your time.
That was surprisingly convenient. This is amazing. I mean, so many people are blown away by this. I'm looking at the chat here. This is really cool. I hope that you're going to make this available in production.
Alrighty, thanks y'all.
Cool, thanks Chris. All right, we got 4 more to go. Next up, we have Spyglass, whenever you're all ready.
Can you guys see my screen?
Everything's good.
Sorry, the Zoom bar moved over and I couldn't find it. Hey everyone, my name is Will. I'm joined by my team here, David, Devin, Daniel, and Sudhir. And we are Spyglass. So what is Spyglass? Spyglass is a tool, is an NFT curation and analytics tool. So we're not really focused on the NFTs that you have in your wallet. We're focused on helping you find the most valuable and the best NFTs out there. The pain point, and I'm sure most of you know this because this is an NFT hackathon. I'm sure all of you are buying NFTs. When you're looking at a collection of 10,000 NFTs on OpenSea, sometimes it could be a little hectic, chaotic, because you're opening up 100 different tabs and you're like looking up some rarity tool and trying to figure out like, oh, is this NFT overvalued or is it undervalued? And then by the end of it, like once you've determined, oh, like I want to buy this one, someone else has already scooped it up. And so you're always feeling the stress and pressure to find the right ones. So this tool really helps you look through the NFTs or the collections, and it provides some data on top of what OpenSea already offers to help you make informed purchase decisions. So the way it works, and I found out that I can't type and talk at the same time. So let me type this in first. So you start by searching for a collection. Oops, I probably typed it in wrong. We've only loaded up a few collections right now, so that's why there was that bug. But here we go. So we've loaded up the collection, and this first view is our flipbook view. We really wanted to focus on reducing friction for users, so making it as easy as possible to look through collections. So this view allows users to quickly flip through a collection. And some interesting data that we show is whether or not an NFT is over or underpriced. Daniel, our data scientist, he was actually able to pull down all the data from the OpenSea API and run some ML models on it. So that's how we come up with this predicted price. I believe it comes from like analyzing the current sales data against traits. And I'm sure we could flesh that out more later on. And then it also will show you like the basic information, floor, average, last sale. But what's really cool is it also shows you for each trait, what is the rarity, what's the average price for that rarity, and whether or not this specific NFT is over or undervalued by that trait. So let's say you are a trader and you really love this Bored Ape hat. You can go through, filter, go to hats, filter by that red hat, and then you can skim through all of the ones with the red hat and then figure out which one might be undervalued. Turns out all of these are overvalued. So yeah, and then once you find the one that you like, you can click this and just buy it on OpenSea. A feature that we wanted to implement but we couldn't get to this weekend was batch buying. So as you're going through these, you can like them. We also included keyboard shortcuts so that you could quickly like them. And then once you're done liking and rating the NFTs, you could go to the liked collection or maybe everything that you rated 8 and above, and then batch buy them all in one bundled transaction so that you save on gas fees. So that'll be a future feature. There's also a grid view. And if you hover over, you'll get the table. Still need to clean the CSS up a little bit. We pushed it right up to the deadline. But yeah, that's most of the tool. I'll go over how we made it happen. So Daniel, David, and Devin took care of pulling the data down from the OpenSea API, feeding it through the ML models. Right now, we're pushing it through a CSV into our own REST API. In the future, we'll probably need to iron out that connection. And then we save everything to our own database. So this will allow us to run models over time, and then also have historical price data so that we could show fancier data visualizations over time. And I guess that brings me to some more of the future work. And sorry, excuse this deck. We were pushing it really close, so we didn't put much time into the deck. But this is just an example of some interesting charts that we were able to pull. So this is based off of like the clothing trait for the Bored Apes. I won't get into too much detail here. But yeah, this is one other feature. And then I guess just adding like even more functionality to make it easier for people to go through these collections. So like comparison tools, better sort functionalities, things of that nature, I guess would be on the roadmap. I mean, we didn't really start talking about whether or not we actually wanted to keep this going until we became finalists. So now that we're here, we did make a Twitter. It is a brand new Twitter, Spyglass NFT. So if you think this idea is cool and you actually want to see it happen, let us know, and then maybe we'll build it. We're still figuring that out. Team, anything I missed? Sweet. Thanks, everyone.
That was great. Yeah, I'm impressed by how you were able to kind of make all of that work out. And I guess it's there you go. I'm just happy to hear that now you're going to consider really making this a thing after this demo and going on stage. So I hope this becomes a reality, and I hope that you onboard every single collection that currently exists and everybody's excited about.
Sure. Thanks, Kartik.
Congrats. All right, so we got 3 more to go. Next up is Cropson. Whenever you're ready.
Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for having us. I'll just share my screen real quick. Cool. So we're Cropson, and our teams consisted of Javi, who took the back end, Josh, who took the front end, and myself, who helped with the design. So today, the creator economy is currently a $104 trillion market. As you know, videos are a massive part of the content that's being put out. Content is growing, especially during this time, and it's amazing. It's an amazing market to be part of. And a part of those creator economy are artists, and as we can see, they're growing. The independent artist market is growing 32% year over year. And as you can see, Rolling Stone even spoke about it, and how the market's growing, and more because of the market is growing so much. People are starting to make they're starting to create recording studios in their house. So obviously, a recording studio can cost anywhere from $500 to $20K, depending on your and depending on your costs and how much you want to put in it. But overall, independent artists are joining because they're kind of sick of the terrible deals that they're getting at record labels. And so to combat that, but the problem is that they're facing is how they're going to get noticed with so many users all over these Web2 platforms. So you have, for instance, on YouTube, 2.2 billion users, 1 billion users on Instagram, 1 billion on TikTok, and so on and so forth. So to combat that and to help independent artists get noticed, paid, and funded, we created Cropson. And Cropson is a platform that pays creators in crypto to use indie artist songs in their videos and lets them share in an artist's success by investing them through album art, song, ticket, Metaverse merch, and song royalty NFTs. And that way, artists stay independent and get noticed, paid, and funded. The way it works from a technical aspect is an artist mints an ERC 1155 token by deciding how many tokens it will create for that NFT. An artist puts it on sale on marketplace contract. The creator will use the audio in his or her video and receive 30 tokens for it. And then the creator can buy or invest in the artist via the NFT and then pay with the tokens he or she received. From here, I'll take it. I'll pass it on to Josh to go through the demo.
Hey folks, can everyone see my screen?
Yep.
Good. All right, I'm going to take you through the 2 crops and workflows that we have set up right now. First is going to be the independent artist. So as an independent artist, I have a couple songs here that I've created and uploaded to IPFS through our UI. And I want to make these available to content creators to use in their videos. So I'm going to go over here. There's a mint button. So it's going to pop up with transaction to create that mint. And as I'm doing this, Javi, if you want to explain what's going on.
Yeah, and as Josh said, mentioned previously, the artist is allowed to mint tokens that will represent the audio. And once those tokens are minted, that as Asher said before, it's an ERC 1155, then the artist is allowed to sell it. So now Josh will click on sell. Once it sells it. There are 2 transactions. First of all, we need to allow the marketplace contract to approve it to spend all the tokens from the artist. And then once that transaction is mined, the second one is basically put that token on sale with the price and the quantity that the artist wanted to sell it by. So then Josh is showing all the transactions in the
the other contract. There it is.
There are 2 contracts. One is the token contract, that is the crop sim one, and the other one is the marketplace. In this case, we are in the marketplace, I think. That is the latest transaction that is putting the token on sale.
Right. All right, so now we have some song NFTs available for use by content creators. So I'm going to switch over to the content creator context. And I know Spirit of the Soul is a good song. I want to use that in a video. So I'm going to search for it and say, all right, let's add that to a video. It magically works, and I got 30 CRP. Now I can check that in my wallet here if I refresh. 10, close enough. Yeah, so I got paid for using independent content, and then we can additionally, if we really believe in an artist, we can close that. We can go to their artist page, and there's other ways to invest in their success, so to speak, and that is with NFTs. So this artist has 2 NFTs set up, a Metaverse Decentraland t-shirt, or you can also invest in this Lonely album and get royalties when people stream that album. It's not limited to just these 2 things. There's tons and tons of different ways that independent artists can generate new revenue streams with this, but these are just the examples we have set up right now. And I'll hand it back to Asher to talk about the future of the project.
Thanks, Josh. Yeah, to add to what Josh was saying, I think the idea is to bring all the things that artists would usually make money off into the NFT space. So that includes tickets, digital merch, tickets, merch, our album artwork, and royalties. And all this can be created into an NFT for users to invest in. And basically, as a artist grows and succeeds, you share in the success with them. And I'll just share my screen, talk about the future of the product and our roadmap. So during this, we realized that we actually work really well together, and we wanted to kind of take it to the next level. So right now, we continue building on the MVP, get a better understanding of our users for the best PMF we could have, the best product market fit, scale the token launch, and eventually our vision is to exit to a DAO with the funds to push innovation and have a music fund that invests in an artist. And that's pretty much it. Thanks so much, guys.
Amazing, thank you. I was just waiting to see at least one music NFT related hack. This is great and visually so pleasant. So, congrats on pulling all this together, and I hope that you really make this go live and have others use it too.
Thanks so much, Mark.
All right, 2 more projects to go. Next up, we have ZeusDAO. Whenever.
Yes, so hi everyone, I'll keep it short and everyone's side. So what we have built is a community management protocol for token gated communities. Imagine Discord if it took the Web3 build. So just to see how the MVP that we have built for the hackathon, imagine we have Zeus NFTs. I have Zeus NFTs in my wallet, and they are the Zeus NFTs had 3 meta traits: gold, silver, and bronze. Imagine them as a Discord categories. So Discord access roles. So within the platform, there will be certain tabs that can be only accessed by those NFT holders. And for now, we have video content. And if a user watches 70% of the content, they can claim a POP on the Polygon network. And we have used live peer to do AMAs because Discord is mostly used for doing chatting and doing community engagement with like AMAs and live streams. So we have used that. So now let's see a demo. So this is the platform. So the only thing that you will see on the Clumber platform is connect your wallet because you can't access anything, right? So now let's connect a wallet that does not holds the NFT, the Zeus NFT. So it clearly shows no NFT found, but now let's connect a NFT that holds the Zeus bronze one. So when I connect the Zeus bronze one, so it should have the basic access tier just like Discord. So I get the access to bronze tier, the live peer, which is used for like doing AMAs and as well as recorded all of the live stream that we did fast. So now let's connect a wallet which has Zeus gold. So when I connect the Zeus gold, I should be able to access all of the tiers that are in the Discord compared to that Discord. So similarly, you can see that I have access to all of like gold, silver, and gold. And this can be only accessed by the token holders who has that. And now let's watch a video, right? So if I watch a video, right? So if I watch 70% of the video, just to incentivize the community, they can claim a POP. And now you can claim a POP on the Polygon network because no one gets paid fees. And one of the edge cases, many people are wondering, like, what if I pull the video to the top, right? I should be able to claim the POP. But if you watch the screen very closely, you can't do that. Every time you put it forward, it will keep you backwards. And all of the content that you're seeing, this can be posted by a moderator or an admin in the Discord role. So they have their own admin dashboard where they can put, edit, review, which tier do they want to put in. And with the help of live peer, you can do live streaming. And this is one of the best features for the platform because most of the token gated communities cannot do live streaming. Why? Because Discord like sucks, to be honest. It cannot handle so much bandwidth. And if you do like on YouTube or Twitch, the link can be shared to anyone. So it's just not specific to those communities. So with the help of live peer, you can only access the live peer tab if you have the token. So I'm streaming the same thing. So that's why it's like you feel like it's lagging. But yeah, so that's what we have built. We want every community to have their own Discord in their website, just like a plugin that they use Snapshot. So yeah, and the couple of features that we want to work on is chat, because if we include chat, then it will be like a fully Discord feature, and on the live stream as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Sweet and short.
Awesome, thank you. This is a really cool one. This has given me a couple ideas to update ETHglobal.tv. So a lot of new stuff here. Congrats.
Okay.
All right, now we have our last demo of the day. So without further ado, let's welcome our next team, NFT Cam. Feel free to demo whenever you're ready.
Hi, hello. Yeah, we are NFT Cam, and then so for this hackathon, we try to build a project where it will help us to help bring in the NFTs into an interactive AI experience. Yeah, I think I'll just play a video for introduction, and I'll do a short demo afterwards. Okay. So let's see.
We are a group of engineers and designers who are passionate for NFT, and we created NFT Cam. NFT Cam is a camera app designed from the ground up for NFT people. In the real world, we love sharing photos and videos about our art collections to express our tastes and engage with other community members. But in the NFT world, there aren't many ways to express our love for our collections to others visually. Well, except for changing the profile picture of your Twitter. Most NFTs stay in the wallet and no one else can see them. Augmented reality could potentially solve this problem by bringing the digital assets into the real world, opening a whole range of opportunities for people to share their collections. But now, these AR experiences can only be found on Web2 platforms and require modeling and programming expertise to create. NFT Cam, however, can turn any OpenSea NFT link to an AR experience, thanks to the interoperability of Web3. With the help of OpenSea API, we can access the assets of the NFT at ease and generate an AR experience according to the type of the NFT. Take this humanoid 3D model from Sandbox, for example. We only need to write once, and the AR experience will work perfectly on any other humanoid 3D models from Sandbox. But it's probably better to see it in action. Now, we are looking at piracy.nft on OpenSea. We can copy the URL, paste it into NFT Cam, and now we can dance with the NFT. Under the hood, we use MediaPep from Google to track the body and use the pose data to drive the 3D model. The 3D model is rendered in WebGL with the help of 3JS. We can also connect our wallet to view our own collections. Right now, the prototype only works on testnet. We can see the list of NFTs we have in this place. Let's select Tormented Mage. And now, we can dance with Tormented Mage in the same way. Due to the limited time, we only support humanoid characters from Sandbox for now, but we plan to create more AR experiences for 2D pictures and other kinds of 3D models. So if you are interested, please drop an email to the email address below. Thank you very much.
Yep. And then I'll do a quick live demo. Let's see. Yeah, so that's our project.
There you go. It worked perfectly, and I was worried about the virtual camera not showing up on the live stream, but it did. This is great. That's awesome. Congrats. Well, I think this is like a perfect last demo to end on. This is absolutely incredible and so super creative. So I'm really glad that we're seeing people blend in super cool ideas into the real world.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, congrats. All right, so this is absolutely incredible, and this also concludes our last finalist demo. So I want to quickly congratulate all 16 of these teams here. And again, I want to thank everybody who's watching and also everybody who presented for really kind of powering through everything and showcasing everybody what you built. And without further ado, let's try to wrap things up by jumping right into all of the prizes. So we'll be covering who won what prizes, as well as following up on Discord and email with the list. So if you missed this, not only can you watch this video again, but also find out that you won one of the prizes. So first up is Zora. Lots of winners for Zora. So for the best protocol hack, Zora Python SDK wins $3,000. Zarina wins $1,500 for the best community tool hack. Dragverse wins $3,000 and Bias Generative Art wins $1,500. For Zorb's Choice Award, Zora Python SDK also wins again $1,000. Then we have OpenSea. So Watch My NFT will be winning the $6,000 first place prize for the OpenSea API. IMR Experience will be winning the $3,000 and $1,000 will go to Spyglass for the third place. Then we have LivePeer. So Nifty Badger wins the $4,000 Web3 Video App Award. The Web3 Social Gaming or Metaverse Video App category goes to NFT Arcade for $3,000. The best token-gated live streaming tool goes to DHub for $2,000, and the best combined use of Unlock and LivePeer goes to Got It for $2,000. Then we have Polygon Studios. Lots of winners for Polygon Studio. So Xerox Photos, Trophy Case, Story Blocks, Open Shelf, Eat Please, and NFT Certs all win $2,000 each. Congrats. Then we have Harmony. So for the name prizes, On Track wins $3,000. Dbookie wins $2,000, and Poolfi will be winning $1,000. For the best use of Harmony NFT Bridge prize, Unrug DAO will be receiving $1,000. And for the pool prize, 365 days of Web3, Carnival, Common Name Service, Do NFT, NFT Road, Poolfi, Unrug DAO, Tasker, On Track, and Dbookie will be sharing $100 or $1,000 10 ways. So each team will be receiving $100. Then we have IPFS. And I will not be reading all of these names because you definitely don't want me doing that. So these 79 projects will be splitting $8,000 equally amongst themselves because they all qualify for the pool prize. And don't worry if you don't see your name immediately here. We'll be posting the full list very soon on Discord. And also very shortly, you'll be able to see the prize you won on your own project page on the showcase. Next up, we have Superfluid. So for the Superfluid prize, the Super Card wins $2,000 for the financial innovation category. Fluid NFT and Super Fractionalizer will be winning $1,000 each for the most futuristic hack. Planty Boys will be winning $2,000 for the best gaming or digital art use of Superfluid, and Xerox Photos will be winning $2,000 for a coordination mechanism which uses Superfluid and NFTs. Congrats to all those teams. Then we have NFT Port. And these 40 projects will be sharing $4,000 split equally for qualifying for the NFT Port pool prize. Then we have Covalent, and these 20 projects will be splitting $4,000 equally with the Covalent pool prize. Then we have Circle, and Poolfi wins the $2,400 first place best use of Circle SDKs. On Track will be receiving $1,100, and NFT Pay will be receiving $500. Then we have ENS. ENS events, ENS on steroids, ENS signatures on DocuSign with my wallet. Noodles and Philand all will be receiving $150 in ETH for the most creative and overall use of ENS in their submissions. Then we have Morales, and NFT Dungeon Adventure will be receiving $2,000. Nines will be receiving $1,500. And NFT Toolbox will be receiving $500 for using the Morales API or the Unity SDK for their submission. Then we have the Graph. ENS events will be receiving $1,500 for the best use of subgraph, and the best new subgraph on the Graph Explorer has two winners. So first place goes to Stems NFTHack and Instant Blockchain Domain Search for the second place. So congrats to all three of those teams. Then we have Unlock Protocol. So the most creative use of Unlock goes to NFT Pay with $1,500 and NFT Resi for $500. The best token gated live stream goes to Got It for $2,000. And the pool prize will be shared between 9 teams who will be equally splitting $1,000. So congrats to Exclusive Event NFT, Got It, Graffiti Mint, Letter Loops Unlocked, Member Only Event, NFT Pay, NFT Resi, Real Meta Kit, and True NFT. Then we have Variable, and On Track will receive the first place $2,500 prize for the most creative use of Variable. The second place goes to Grocery Quest, and $500 will go to Guilds of Cebu. Those are all of our prizes from all of our sponsors. And a quick note on prize delivery. I want to highlight a few things. Some of these have already been brought up in the chat, so I just want to reiterate some of these comments and address some of the open questions that exist out here. First up is we will be connecting you with all the sponsors about delivering of your prizes. In most cases, ETH Global will be delivering all these prizes, so we are the only point of contact and the ones coordinating everything. So look out for an email from us. For some cases where we are not delivering the prize, we'll be connecting you with the sponsors. Second big important piece is that although it was required to make sure that your code base is open source as part of the submission process, and we did go through everybody's commit history to ensure that nobody worked on something before the project, the hackathon started. We'll be doing another thorough review of everybody who is on this list of any prize winners, whether it's our finalists, the 16 teams, or any of the sponsor winners. and we'll be making sure that no rules were broken, and only then you'll be receiving your prizes. On top of all of that, most prizes will be distributed by the 22nd of January or 21st of January. So this requires enough time for us to make sure that everything is in place, whether it's getting all the information we need, whether it's KYC we need to deliver, or any sort of disputes we need to manage. Which brings me to the last point, which is we have 48 hours to dispute any pool prize additions, which means that if you applied for a prize for a sponsor, especially on the pool prize category, and you were not one of those names, you have 48 hours from now to inform us that you were not considered or you don't see your name there, so that we can coordinate anywhere from a second review or a assessment and get a good understanding of what happened and why you were not there. So that's kind of a whole quick disclaimer on all the prizes, and don't worry, we will be thoroughly communicating all of this on Discord and on email. So before we close this off, I want to quickly take a minute or two and give a few thank yous to everybody that made this happen. Primarily, these are the 6 main actors involved in making all of this together. So I want to make sure that I give a quick shout out to everybody that helped us out over the weekend. First of all, I want to thank all of our judges who kind of took hours today to go through 255 projects and talking to everybody and seeing all these demos. Not an easy job, but really grateful for all of their time and support. I want to thank all of our technical mentors for being there, being able to answer questions, and basically making sure that people are not blocked, whether it's at 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. So really thank you to all of you for making this happen. So I want to quickly shout out to all of our speakers who gave countless talks and workshops on Thursday and Friday, and making sure that you have anywhere from resources you need to get started with any custom protocol or SDK to just having coordinated any sessions that got you feedback or ideas for your projects this weekend. And of course, so many incredible people from all of our partners that were here, not only available to answer questions for just their protocol, but overall making sure that anybody who has any questions got them addressed, especially for about 400 of you who are just trying to get into the Web3 ecosystem. So congratulations to all of you. And I want to thank to all of our amazing and incredible partners that were here this entire time. And I also want to quickly shout out to these amazing volunteers who ran all the behind the scenes of everything from judging to a lot of the stuff we coordinated across so many different time zones and so much in parallel. Judging 800 plus people at the same time, making sure everything happens smoothly was not easy. And without their help, we would not be here closing the weekend. So thank you so much, everybody. And lastly, I want to give a quick shout out to Minnie, Anna, Moaz, Luke, Emily, Andrew, Jacob, Heather, and Liam from the ETH Global team, because it takes so much time, effort, and coordination and hard work and love to make all these things happen. And I know we're already getting messages from how much everybody enjoyed, especially for all of you who are attending this for the first time. And without all their help, we would not be able to run all of these events smoothly. And this is just the beginning of this year. We got 15 more to go. So congratulations to everybody again. And thank you so much for everybody that made all of this possible. So before we wrap up, I want to make a quick comment, which is the finalists. So we got 16 teams who presented today. We call them finalists because for those of you who don't know, ETH Global were really focused on getting more people interested in Web3 by having them experiment and really try things out to see what could be possible. And as a result, we don't call them our winners because we really don't want to be in the first, second, third category of business here. And we really want to just showcase really cool ideas that people are excited about. And that's why everybody that kind of comes on as a finalist is officially considered first place and a winner for our event. And as a result, all 16 teams came in equally first, and we will be giving $1,000 to every team member from each of those teams as part of being our finalists. So congratulations to all of these teams. So after we verify everything, we'll be following up and bundling all the prizes together, and we'll be sharing all those details soon to each of those teams. So congrats one more time. And I really can't thank all of you who are still here with us, enjoying, as well as up in so many different time zones and watching this not only live, but also on Discord and everywhere else. So thank you. So this won't be a global event if we don't tell you what's coming next. So before we close this entire live stream off, I want to give a preview of what we're about to start after this. And I'm really happy to announce that our next hackathon is called Road to Web3, and it's going to begin in just a little bit over 2 weeks. And this is going to be another similar hackathon like this, where we're really focused on getting way more Web2 developers and designers and builders interested in seeing what's happening in Web3. So we're going to be working and partnering with Polygon on this one. And as of this event is now live. You can head over to web3.ethglobal.com to anywhere from sign up or find out about it more. And we'll be sharing a lot more information on it in the coming few days. And if you enjoyed this one, you want to attend the next one as well, or you want to bring on your friends, please sign up and attend the next hackathon. So hopefully we'll see all of you in a couple of weeks, and if not in a couple of weeks, many months to come, as we are running 15 more events this year. So with that, I'd like to thank all of you for coming in and tuning in. Hope all of you get some good rest for this weekend and recharge for the next week. And I really hope all of you continue building. So with that, I'm going to sign off, and thanks so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend, and happy January. See ya.